Good evening or good afternoon, everybody, depending on where you are tuning in from. This is the last live stream of the EcoPrint and Wet Felt Club launch. And I'm here at Clashin, and Shona is also still here in Ireland. So today is really going to be a short-ish session. It's to answer any questions you might have, to see whether the club is a good fit for you. And I also want to announce an exciting bonus. Now, I'll just get this out of the way. My name is Nicola Brown. I'm here in rural Southeast Ireland. Shona is my right-hand woman, and she's going to be queuing up questions for me. If you have a question, please just put 3 question marks at the front, 3 at the back, and put that question in as a comment. And I'm just going to add Shona to the stream for 1 minute. So here we both are. Hi, Shona.
Hi, Nicola. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Okay, so Shauna's in the background so that I can concentrate on my presentation and answering your questions. And the first thing I'm going to do is answer a few questions that have come in through emails, etc. And then I'm going to share an exciting bonus that anybody who joins the club is going to qualify for. And of course, if you are already a club member and you renew your subscription, you will also qualify for this bonus as well. So everybody in the club will get this bonus. So the first thing is that sometimes people are wondering what the difference between an online workshop or a face-to-face workshop and a membership club is. So this particular membership club is all about wet felting and eco printing. And it's about eco printing in the dirty pot. It's about working without using traditional powdered mordants, and it's all about developing a sustainable textile practice. It's about me helping you achieve the results that you want and help you find the direction you want to go in. So you might be an eco printer with no interest in felting, or you might be new to wet felting and you don't yet have an interest in eco printing. So within the club library, there are loads of step-by-step video tutorials, tips, techniques, advice about wet felting. And wet felting includes lots of things. It's flat felting, it's sculptural felting. Eco printing then includes loads of things within the dirty pot section because it goes through all sorts of things, working with big pieces, with clothing, with fabric, tannin and iron reactions, how to steam, how to use an iron blanket without using natural dyes that aren't substantive, etc., etc. Indigo and eco printing, how to set up an indigo vat, sewing to print, or maybe printing to sew, growing your own eco printing plants, maybe developing a business. So all of those things are in the library. And the difference between a membership club and a workshop. A workshop is where you join to do and learn a specific thing. So before I set the club up, I would have been facilitating different online workshops. Felt bags, for example, eco-printed felt bags were a workshop. And during that workshop, over a course of several weeks, I would share how to felt the bag, and I would share how to eco-print the bag. And everybody worked on bags. And by the end of our time together, everybody had made several bags, had printed several bags. And obviously, many people went on to print different things. So we had a defined start date, a defined end date, and a defined project that we were working on. And so that's what a workshop is like, whether it's online or face-to-face. Whereas the membership club is designed in such a way that there is extensive information, there are extensive video tutorials and text and files to download. But the beauty of the membership model is that you have access to this big library of content, but it's all about implementing the knowledge. It's about me helping you achieve what you want to achieve. And that's done through 2 live streams every month that are club only live streams. One is a training session on a specific topic, followed by a question and answer session. And then the second is a question and answer session. And those are club only. Then we have a private Facebook group where you can upload all your questions and images of work, and if you want feedback or advice, or you need to know where to get specific equipment. And I am checking that regularly. I try and check it every single day. I've been, when COVID struck in the family over Christmas, it was a little bit difficult to check it every day, but I try and check every day and not leave people hanging for an answer or feedback and support from me. And Shona also keeps an eye on things. And then after this membership launches over and new members are onboarded into the club, from then on, I'm not going to be writing any new products for a long time. So I will be doing more studio work, and I will have loads of things to share with the members, and there will be new tips, techniques, and tutorials added to the club. But those are additional ones. The foundation of the library, it's there, and there's loads of content. So the membership club is the implementation of knowledge, and that's the difference. And you can pick and choose what you want to learn. There's plenty of information there, and you'll have my help. So sometimes, and I've already had it this year as well, people wonder, they're not confident with technology or don't have much experience with technology, and they're wondering, will they be able to participate? And the answer again is a resounding yes. If you can send an email, and if you're actually watching this video, you've somehow managed to log in either on Facebook or YouTube to watch the video. So if you're watching this video live or as a recording, and you're not great with technology, but you can send an email, you will be able to participate. And again, that's what Shona and I are there for. We're there to help you with tech issues. The one thing I would say is, if you do register, please try and remember the password that you set up when you first get access to the library on Kajabi. That's where all the content will be hosted. And if you don't want to use Facebook, you don't have to join our private Facebook group. You can ask all your questions on Kajabi, and I will answer them there. And that means everybody else can see them. Facebook is really if you want to upload images of your work and make friends with other participants. It's sociable, it's a community. But all the learning is done on Kajabi, and I will answer your questions there. So if you're not great at technology, if you can write an email, and if you're looking at this video, you will be able to participate. Another question is from people who live in different time zones. Will they be able to, work through the content? You have access to the library 24/7. And then I make sure that 1 month, the training session and the Q&A session are early in the morning Irish time. And the following month, they're late in the day Irish time. And then they're always recorded, and I upload them to the library afterwards. So if you live on the West Coast of America, for example, you may choose to tune in to a session that's at this sort of time. Whereas if you live in New Zealand, you might prefer to tune into a session the following month that's in the morning. And some people tune in every time. So it's just designed in such a way that regardless of the time zone that you live in, you will be able to join various live streams and get the benefit from, asking me questions yourselves. This is privately within the club. And then sometimes people say they don't have much time. They don't have much space. They don't have much equipment. They don't have previous experience. None of that really matters. If you're passionate about developing your practice, you can work on smaller projects. Last night, for example, I was felting. I was making a little piece of felt in the evening after I had finished, working. And I was making something that's going to be uploaded. It's actually to go into the jewelry making section. We have a jewelry challenge on at the moment. But the jewelry can be made in, can be eco-printed or it can be felted. can be any sort of textile, but I wanted to do a tutorial how to enclose something in felt and then expose it. So I was making a piece with a big piece of handmade glass in it. So that, it gave me great pleasure. It didn't take that long. There are smaller projects you can do. You can make different components, you can add them together. So if you don't have that much time, you can break things down. If you don't have that much space, I'll show how you can felt or how you can create things, you know, in a smaller space. Equipment needs only be very basic. And if you've no experience in either wet felting or eco printing, in many ways, that's the perfect thing, because all the learning experience is out there waiting for you. So I'm going to just see, are there any questions now? Then I'll share about the bonus, and I want to share a few testimonials from people who have participated in things with me really recently. So I'm just going to check. Oh yeah, so Karen is just wondering if it's way over her head. She's a beginner and not selling items to recover paying for the class, but she really wants to learn. I would say, Karen, you're in the right place at the right time. I would say, particularly on the monthly subscription, if you find after 3 months that you don't want to continue, you can stop. So I don't want anybody to feel that they're locked in. There's a full 14-day money back guarantee for everybody who registers. And I want people who want to work with me. That's who I want to work with myself. And you can stop at any time, Karen, if you're on the monthly subscription, you know, just so long as you cancel your subscription before the next one is due. So I wouldn't worry about that. There's no need to sell items. I am going to share what the workshop is about, this extra one, and it is about how you can develop a social media presence, etc., and make money. But yeah, I would say it's perfect. Now, Yvonne, I think I sent you an email earlier this morning, but Yvonne just wants to renew her subscription. Yvonne, I'm going to send you an email tomorrow morning. Shauna, can you just make a note of that, please? I'm not going to flash that question on the screen. I've been away from home all day helping my mother and Sylvia. So unfortunately, I have not been able to answer every email this evening. I think I sent you one this morning, Yvonne, but we'll sort you out tomorrow, so please don't worry. And here is my twin from another mother, or my sister from another father. Here is Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Dawn is one of my best friends, and we are going to be teaching together in Geelong. Not the same class, but we're both going to be in Geelong in September. Great to see you here, Dawn. So don't forget, this is time for your questions. And I don't see any questions aside from Yvonne and Karen. So right now I am going to just add this bonus thing in here. So I understand that not everybody wants to sell their work. And I totally hear you, Karen. So there's absolutely no obligation to go ahead and make profit from your passion. But this is just something that I thought could be a really good workshop. This is a workshop that's going to be for everybody in the club, both current members, renewing members, and new members. It's a special bonus, and I'm going to host it towards the end of March. And it's just going to be a half-day session, sort of 3.5 hours. And the title of this workshop is going to be From Passion to Profit: How to Make Your First or Your Next $1,000 in 30 days. Now, what I'm going to do in this, even if you don't want to actually make your passion into a business, but I will be sharing simple ways of developing your presence on social media and how to do this without spending money. And then if you are interested, obviously, in selling your work, I mean, before Christmas at the Upcycle Your Clothing Challenge, there was one lady who had never eco-printed, but she was an artist, but she wasn't an eco-printer. And she went to an event before Christmas and she brought 100 pieces with her and she sold 100 pieces. So it's absolutely incredible, you know, what you can do. And Karen, I love your comment here. In the future, if I learn a lot from you, I would not mind making some money. I hear you. And the thing is, in this workshop, I will share exactly how you can, develop your business if you want to make money. But equally, I will share how you can develop a social media presence if you want to, but how you can get the most from social media and from free resources that are online, because often people don't know how. And it's not complicated. So, there's no obligation to join that workshop, but there also is an upcoming hands-on felting workshop going to be happening in the club. I just need to get my dates sorted. Okay, so I think if you have questions, please ask them. Now is the really good time to ask them. And I'm just going to read through a few recent testimonials that came in. Now, everybody here whose testimonial I'm going to read out, they have participated in something in the run up to Christmas. So either in sort of October, November, December time. And the first one here is from Penny, and Penny's in Florida. And she says, the boot camp was wonderful and I've had great success from my very first try. And that's really what Sean and I love hearing, because my whole goal is to help you have success right from the beginning and to make things simple for you and fun and enjoyable. That doesn't mean that every piece is going to be fantastic. We all have disasters. And in fact, I'm sure Dawn wouldn't mind me mentioning the fact that Dawn actually, I think, once washed some wool or prepared some wool using soda ash and it dissolved. And that's why I always say to you, when you're neutralizing your textiles, do not use too much bicarbonate of soda or baking powder. And I had a disaster a week ago when I was doing some experimenting in the microwave. There's eco printing in the microwave is also part of the library. It's content in the library. And I had a piece explode because somebody came to the door and I lost track of what I was doing, and it dried out and the leaves burst through the fabric. So everybody has problems at times, but in the club, we're there to support each other, to laugh with each other, and to help each other get great results. And I'm there to guide you. And here's a great comment from we're thinking we pronounce this Marta, but not 100% sure. Marta's in the Netherlands. So she followed the step-by-step tutorial for a felt vessel, and she's already quite an experienced wet felter. She learned some tricks, and some of them, finishing touches, like how to finish the edge smoothly, etc. So Marta is a wet felter, but there are plenty of wet felting tutorials in the club. Then here's something from Silvana in Brazil, and this is, I'm going to have to flash part up now and then a second part. So Silvana is saying that some time ago she started experimenting with eco printing in the traditional way, that's using powdered mordants. And completely by chance, she discovered my free videos on YouTube and then afterwards bought the ebook. And she did several experiments. She's still a beginner, but she's got some super results. And she also loves following along with my posts from Clasheen. And thank you so much for sharing your expertise, Silvana, Brazil. Silvana, thank you very much, and greetings to Brazil from Ireland. And then here is Anne. Anne has a gallery in America. I think it's in America or Canada. I hope I'm not incorrect there. So I've been so inspired by the beauty of Nicola's Dirty Pot natural prints and how wonderful the colors and shapes flow across the surface of her clothing designs. She invested in the recent course because it was just what she needed to create uniquely colorful, one-of-a-kind tablecloths and placemats with organic forms from nature to complement her handmade ceramics. And these really are ceramic dishes. And Anne has a gallery shop. And in fact, ceramics and eco prints go beautifully side by side, absolutely beautifully. And you can eco print on your ceramics. So those were some lovely recent testimonials. Thanks so much, ladies. Really nice for you to send them to me. And I just wanted to share them today. I'm going to check the questions. Oh, Dawn, thank you so much. Dawn is saying, not a question, but I can fully attest to the fact that Nicola is a fabulous instructor. Thank you so much, Dawn. I would say you're a better one, but we can both definitely recommend each other. Dawn has taught for me here in Ireland. I have taught for Dawn in America, and we're really good friends. So thank you so much, Dawn. Okay, so Christy has a question here. So Christy is saying, is the deadline to join 11:59 in our own time zone? Christy, you need to put in what your time zone is here, because no, it is, I'm going to write this in here. It is 11:59 p.m. PT. And PT, I'm putting that in as a comment. Shona, maybe you might add that as a banner. So it's Pacific time, so that's the west coast of America. So I'm not quite sure, Christy, where you are, but it's it's Pacific time, so it's actually early in the morning, tomorrow morning, Irish time. But that is the deadline, and the club is not going to open again for registration until probably the earliest would be the end of July, but it might be August. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll join in the spring, it's not going to open in the spring. It's going to be, 5.5 months or so. And the reason that I only actually make it available for new members a couple of times a year is because I want to work with new members, have new members integrated well into the club with the other members who are there. And I don't want people just joining in at all sorts of different times, because then everybody's at a different stage. And while nobody has to do the same thing at the same time as somebody else, that's why I only take people in at specific times. Okay, so Sheila has a question about membership renewal. Sheila, Sean is just going to make a note of your name, and I will check for you tomorrow, and we'll sort that out for you. Thank you for asking that. So Christy has a question. In your experience, what are items that sell well from the dirty pot? Really, that's really for the that will be something that I will discuss during the during that bonus workshop, Christy. But actually, just as a quick answer, everything sells, and pricing is important. But upcycled clothing is really, really selling well at the moment, and silk scarves like I'm wearing always sell really well, because men will buy silk scarves for women, women will buy them for themselves, and or they'll buy them for their girlfriends, or silk scarves always sell well. And sometimes I would say that sorry, I'm just making a note here just so I don't forget. Sorry, I'm just making a note of Sheila's names and Yvonne here. Sorry. Often it is the more abstract prints that sell the best, rather than the really crisp, clear leaf prints. Particularly if people are buying a gift for somebody, abstract prints sell very well. Okay, so are there any other questions, or shall we call that quits? What do you think? If you have any questions, just drop them in. I'll just flick this up on the screen for a second. So step-by-step videos and guidance for those of you, tips, challenges. I'm just going to flick through these. Sculptural felting, eco-printing on paper, sewing to print, printing to sew, tannin and iron, indigo and print, things like using soy as a binder. There are all sorts of things in the club, using the microwave to save time and to save energy. Personalized attention and support, creative challenges, wonderful community. Work at your own pace with my help and support, guidance, feedback, regular live calls, and don't let the changing seasons hold you back, because regardless of where you live, there will be a wealth of knowledge of vegetation from your region, but also there is knowledge about how to save vegetation and what to use when there aren't leaves outside. So the membership is open until 11:59 5:59 p.m. Pacific time today. It's $99 per month, or $990 per annum, and there is a full 14-day money-back guarantee. So I'd really like to invite you to join me and the other members. But as I say, I don't want to push anyone to join. So thank you all so much for coming here. Karen is saying, I think you need to go rest and enjoy your day. My day is nearly over. Thank you so much. And Christy is saying here that she loves the upcycle of clothing, but her closet is getting full. And yeah, that's why they make good things to sell, because you were asking what are items that sell well. And so Karen is saying she's joined. Yay, Karen. I did send you a very quick email just before we went live. You're so welcome. Thank you very much. And I'm not sure what your first name here is. I ordered the ebook but didn't receive a link for the download. I look forward to having it as a resource. It may have gone into your spam folder. So if you could email me, please, so that I know your first name, and I will make sure that I send you a new link either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. That happens with a few people. Their Gmail goes through to the spam folder. And the email to send it to is nicola@nicolabrown.ie. And Christy's saying, I get it, strongly considering joining. You can then just print your own wardrobe and sell it, Christy. And Lana, I've already sent you an email today with another link. So please check your email. I sent you an email today, but Shauna will make a note and we will try and make sure you have it tomorrow. I sent you an email today. Okay. Thank you all so much. Christy, hope you take the decision to jump on board. Don't forget there is the money back guarantee, but equally don't forget that I do not want to push anybody. Dawn, it's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. And Karen is just saying, let's do it, Christy. There's really lovely support and lovely, a lovely community spirit with, between all the members. So thank you all so much. Shauna, thank you very much for your help. Shauna and I will be online tomorrow. Everybody who joins will be sending you an email out tomorrow, Irish time, just with your links for the onboarding calls and all the information about the first week. And we look forward to seeing you in the club. So I'll just bring Shauna on to give a wave. Over and out. Oh, you've got a glass. I'll have to open a bottle of wine now and toast everybody who's joined. Thank you all so much. And cheers. Over and out from Clasheen and from Ireland.